Your forecast first with KSN Storm Track 3, sponsored by Midway Motors.
Good morning. Well, we are seeing that snow out west, but here in the Wichita area, we are starting off fairly calm this morning. Take a look outside right now. We are mostly calm out there, but cold, definitely. There's that snow out west, just a lot of cloud cover over the Wichita area, and I think those showers that are approaching the Hutch area are not reaching the ground quite yet, but we could see some flurries in the air over the next few hours. Snow will develop, better chances for snow over the noon hour, and then light showers into the afternoon and evening hours. I'll have a look at that commute timing of the storm as well as those snowfall totals coming up in your Storm Track 3 forecast. Your news starts now.
This is Kansas Today on KSN News 3.
Quite the headlines in just the last 24 hours. Vaccine rollout across the country. The Electoral College certifies the last election, and then our Attorney General resigns, and then weather hits Kansas. All of those headlines all in the last 24 hours. We'll get to them all in just a little bit. Welcome to Kansas Today on this Tuesday morning. I'm Brett Bagansky.
And I'm Carly Willis, filling in for Gwen today.
For the kids. And the toy drive continues through Saturday in the parking lot of Town West Square Mall.
Well, snow on the ground in parts of Kansas. Coming up.
We're going to head outside to see where this is, how long this is all going to stick around, because after all, Christmas, a week from Friday.
You're watching Kansas Today with Brett Bagansky, Glenn Bevel, and meteorologist Ronell Williams. Your forecast first with KSN Storm Track 3, sponsored by Midway Motors.
Good afternoon. Well, it is definitely chilly out there. Those temperatures are not warming up too much today. Take a look outside right now over our WSU Skyview cam. Taking a look at downtown, those temperatures are at 37, just barely above freezing, with an easterly wind about 16 miles per hour. So we are ramping up those wind speeds just a little bit today. 39 is all that we'll top out with today, with those increasing cloud covers ahead of the next system that will bring us some snow. I'll have a look at that as well as those snowfall totals coming up in your Storm Track 3 forecast. Your news starts now.
This is KSN News 3 at noon.
Good afternoon. I'm Brett Bagansky. Carly Willis has the day off. Today, day one. Some consider this to be the most ambitious vaccination effort in American history as our country tries to end the coronavirus pandemic. NBC's Jay Gray shows you how this is all going to work. Speaking of the holidays, there's a deadline approaching. Need to send a package? There's a few deadlines to miss.
And we're showing winter-like weather. Taking a look at Stormcast, we have more snow showers on the way. I'll have a look at that for you coming up in your Storm Track 3 forecast after the break.
You're watching KSN News 3 with Carly Willis and meteorologist Taylor Cox. Your forecast first with KSN Storm Track 3, sponsored by Midway Motors.
If you stepped outside here this afternoon, you probably have noticed the clouds have been thickening up. A live view right now with Skyview, and you can see a little bit of sunshine, but it is mostly clouds and a chilly afternoon. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s across the area. We'll tumble back into the upper 20s by the time we get to 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock tonight. And right now, looking dry through the overnight and into your morning commute on Tuesday. Things change after that, though, as a storm system, a quick-moving storm system, makes its way through Kansas. We'll talk about snowfall amounts coming up in your Storm Track 3 forecast. Your news starts now.
This is KSN News 3 at 5.
It's here. The coronavirus vaccine arrives in Kansas. Our frontline workers, the first in line to get it. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jeff Herndon.
And I'm Emily Younger. Today marks a major step forward in the fight against the coronavirus as healthcare workers begin getting the vaccine. Another round of winter weather is on the way. Coming up, Kansas farmers already prepping for the dip in temps and some snow. Find out how.
And final preparations are being made to help thousands in need this holiday season.
You're watching KSN News 3 with Jeff Herndon, Emily Younger, and Chief Meteorologist Lisa Teachman. Your forecast first with KSN Storm Track 3, sponsored by Midway Motors.
We had some sunshine today, but the clouds rapidly filled in across the area, and it's been chilly, especially in areas where we still have some snow cover on the ground. That would be in Pratt. Skyview right now showing you the scene there. Nice holiday lights, but chilly temperatures in the 20s. As we check out what's going to happen with our forecast first, we do anticipate that we'll see some 20s here in Wichita a little later this evening, probably by 10 o'clock as the clouds continue to thick up. It does stay dry here in Wichita overnight, but that's going to change by Tuesday afternoon. We'll take a look at that complete forecast coming up in your Storm Track 3 forecast. Your news starts now.
This is KSN News 3 at 6.
Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine is now in Wichita, and some frontline healthcare workers are receiving their first dose. Good evening. I'm Jeff Herndon. Thank you for joining us.
And I'm Emily Younger. At least 5 employees at Wichita's Ascension Via Christi have gotten the vaccine. Other Kansas hospitals plan to follow suit in the coming days. Come tomorrow, hundreds of Wichita families will have some extra holiday cheer. Coming up on KSN News at 6, there's still time to help Operation Holiday. Find out how next.
How about the Shockers looking to rebound from back-to-back losses? Why head coach Isaac Brown believes his team has what it takes to open up conference play with a win.
You're watching KSN News 3 with Jeff Herndon, Emily Younger, Chief Meteorologist Lisa Teachman, and sports with Chris Arnold. Your forecast first with KSN Storm Track 3, sponsored by Midway Motors.
Snow is coming down in parts of northwest and western Kansas right now. You can see it on Storm Tracker radar. This area has really lit up over the last couple of hours. We have snow coming down around Atwood, also in the Goodland area and in Colby. There's a live look in Colby right now with Skyview. And if you look real closely there in the lights, you can see some of that snowfall that's coming down. And it's way below freezing at 25 degrees at the current hour with a southeast wind. We anticipate for Wichita, your commute will be dry in the morning. Snow picking up, though, towards lunchtime and into the afternoon. And we're going to see some accumulated snowfall across parts of the area. In fact, we've updated our snowfall forecast. We'll have that coming up here in just a little bit and take a look, rather, at some of the winter storm warnings that have been issued. That's all coming up in your Storm Track 3 forecast. Your news starts now.
This is KSN News 3 at 10.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jeff Herndon.
And I'm Emily Younger. One step closer to the Oval Office. With just over 5 weeks until his inauguration, Joe Biden clears another hurdle. What do you call the opposite of a porch pirate? One Kansas family is calling these 2 men their porch angels. Find out why coming up.
And the Shockers about to set their clocks to Tulsa time. Zero in on a conference victory. Why Wichita State likes their chances tomorrow night.
You're watching KSN News 3 with Jeff Herndon, Emily Younger, Chief Meteorologist Lisa Teachman, and sports with Shakira Martin.